Hello everyone, Skippy here, and welcome to One Piece episode 1048, directed by Ryosuke Tanaka and supervised by Kenji Yokoyama. While it'll surely be evenly split between action and character-based content, Ryosuke Tanaka is showing absolutely no signs of slowing down when it comes to dressing his episodes in atmospheric and tightly executed direction that's only done further justice by the animation staff on board, with Kenji Yokoyama's art here being the polished fare that this episode seemingly deserves, and the promise of another banger of a scene from who else but Vincent Chansard with Yamato versus Kaido's climactic attack. So will episode 1048 fully make up for last week's sacrificed offering? Let's get ready to flash back and find out. This episode covers the rest of chapter 1024, and while it makes do largely scope-wise with following the basic turn of events for a structurally solid chapter to begin with, it fills in the blanks quite a bit for the overall scenario, with Yamato's little fight with Kaido's guards being included that leads into his decision to store them away in a cave, as well as more moments with the samurai that they're locked away with in regards to why they're there in the first place, and some cute added interactions with them, further emphasizing the relationship Yamato had with him and just making what was already an awesome chapter even better by adding more meat to its bones when it didn't even really need it. Couple that with Tanaka and Ko's ever so fitting music choices and an awesomely executed flashback section with Oden that we'll talk about in just a moment, and it takes the best of what Oda himself has to offer and sprinkles in its own fun in order to produce a tightly done package on the adaptation front. While Tanaka clearly didn't go hog wild in every single department like he has in previous episodes of his, the storyboard for this episode is still a clear sign of his talent through and through due to how well directed, lit, and just framed the episode is, even when his work could be more understated here, by keeping the soul of everything intact and just coming up with a cavalcade of ideas in spite of that just allowed the episode to be fun. From the comedic moments at the beginning with Luffy and Momo that keep the charm of One Piece's comedy intact, to the still intricately woven action that manages to look stylish. And of course, I'd be a total fool to not mention the best part of the episode's board without question, with the Oden flashback section as Yamato and the samurai read his journal out loud. That is stylized like a simple children's storybook in both character design and visual aesthetic, and stands as by far the most creative usage of flashbacks that I've ever seen in the series, by transforming the usual recap that us fans would be used to into what the then young Yamato probably sees in their head after hearing every word. Tanaka really just gets One Piece no matter the type of episode that he's handed, and it's really just so satisfying when it all lines up with a beautiful chapter like this to make something so good. Especially when the episode closes the curtain with Vincent Chansard's climactic cut of Yamato and Kaido's dual Thunder Bagua, that Vincent definitely heavily changed the board to due to the extreme focus on background animation and rotations that are his absolute favorite, which allows him to play around with the entire sequence and deliver another one of his absolute best works on the series, bar fucking none. Like I said, it doesn't feel as intimately polished in every single little area like 1033 was, but 1048 was everything I wanted from the best current director on rotation, and I really couldn't have asked for something better. And it'll be interesting to see if the efforts of Yusuke Suzuki can follow it up nicely with episode 1049. Suzuki isn't the world's best director, but he has his heart in the right place when it comes to directorial ideas, which makes me interested in seeing how he'll execute what might be some of the most important content that he's gotten his hands on yet. With the promise of yet another action storyboard from Ishizuka that is also, funnily enough, missing from the preview again this time, I guess we'll just have to wait and see how this all ends up. Anyways guys, that's it for now. I'm Skippy, and it's fucking hilarious that Ushimaru has the same VA as Hamlet.